Hey, everybody. Oh, you caught me, by the way. I'm just stuffing the ballot box on the fan voting, by the way. And shockingly, the kids are winning this one this week, and not even close. So it's Cabe and Cale McClenny again. And we may have to rethink the rules on this thing, but we'll look at it again. They've got about 90% of the vote today, so we'll figure that out. But, there was a lot of great performances all weekend live at different tracks. We had all of them running last weekend, and Blake Bowser joining us from Auto Club Famosa Raceway. You guys had a heck of a weekend with ANRA there, right?
Big ANRA weekend. Yeah, we had 280 cars.
280 cars. That's about 25 or 30 more than Butch thought he might have. He thought he might have 250.
He was hoping 250, 260, something like that. So
but 280 showed up.
Yeah,
We'll talk a little bit more of that later, but it was a huge weekend for the Central Coast at the ANRA event. They Paso Robles, Arroyo Grande, Templeton drivers all doing very, very well.
A lot of them did well.
This show is brought to you by the Bakersfield Californian. They've been coming racing since the beginning. And just a note here, the show number 18, but Mike Griffith is not here today. He's replaced by the monkey over there in the corner. Mike is on vacation right now, or he's on a working vacation. So we'll talk about that here in a minute as well. And keep going. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. Find all of our videos on YouTube. Find us on Facebook, where we try to kind of give you up-to-date and a one-stop shop on all things racing in Kern County. And talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit. And the finalists for the Grumpy Griff Award this week, Jason Barta wins an NE1 race at the ANRA Spring Nationals. Mike Williams winning in C-Gas, both guys from Bakersfield. In fact, Barta had to beat another Bakersfield driver in the NE1, 7.6. Yeah, so that was a great finish there. Roger Holder wins a modified race at Bakersfield Speedway, one of our few dual drivers there. And Ricky Childress Jr., Kevin Collier, Ricky Childress Sr., Bobby Minkovitz, West Evans, Cabe McClenny, Lance Wilson, Eric Richardson, Eddie Garoni, Cale McClenny, Kirsty Young, Paul Ebersbacher, and Ronnie Davis Jr. are the nominees for Driver of the Week. Like I said, it'll be one of the McClennys will probably win the fan vote. But I would have to say Jason Barta, winning an NE1 race, that's a pretty big deal, wouldn't you say?
Got a pretty good streak.
Yeah, good, pretty hot right now.
Yeah.
So, he's won, I think, at least one other ANRA event this year. And
We've only had two. I think he's won them both.
Yeah. And then he's also
He
won the March meet, right?
In Sacramento for the Heritage side. So he's two. He didn't do too well in Salt Lake City for the third Heritage race of the year, but to win 4 out of 5 races is
outstanding.
Phenomenal.
Outstanding, yeah. And he's a guy that you'll see race in other. He has another car too, I think, is a hot rod.
Well, the whole family does.
Right?
Yeah. The dad, uncle, they've all got cars. So there's bars everywhere out there. Yeah.
All right,
but he does. Yeah, he has I believe it's a C-Gas car.
We'll have to keep an eye. We'll have to keep an eye on this guy. He's one of our things we'll be talking about here. One of our guys we'll talk about a little bit later too. And just a reminder, speaking of that, coming December 5th, we're really excited about this. We're going to do an end-of-the-year special section in the newspaper of the Bakersfield Californian. That'll be Saturday, December 5th. If you'd like to advertise or sponsor it, reserve it now. We'll get more information as that comes a little bit closer, but we're going to start to release what we're going to be doing with that. At least 40 pages. There'll be posters in there of Kevin Harvick, Casey Mears, Ryan Reed. We'll also have a complete wrap-up of everything at Famoso, everything at Kern County Raceway Park, and at Bakersfield Speedway. And we'll also unveil the All-Area Driving Awards, another thing I'm excited about. Jason Barta, as we mentioned before, will be one of the guys who will be an All-Area driver. And those awards will be handed out probably on Thursday, December 3rd. We'll have a little event here at the Bakersfield Californian. And it'll be exciting to see that. So we're looking forward to that. That's our first ever attempt at trying to do this. And a lot of people are already on the list, and we're looking forward to that opportunity to share those stories. Coming up, here we go. By the numbers, the week and the week ahead. This is fun. All right, 7. Okay. Number 7. Here's number 7. Here we go. Take it, Chris. Number of times Kevin Collier has won a hobby stock race at Bakersfield Speedway. So Kevin Collier has been really hot. 25. This is a number that pertains to you, Mr. Bowser.
Oh.
25. Ready for it?
Sure.
All right, here we go. The price to get into Auto Club Famosa Raceway on Saturday. Buy the carload after 3 o'clock. So get out there for Saturday Nitro.
I thought you were going to say 25 Nitro cars on the property, which we're going to exceed that.
You're going to exceed that. All right. So $25 to get in. It's a great deal. Just jam your car up and get in there. Number 2. Are you ready for this? This is the latest finish for Buddy Shepard at Madeira Speedway. Buddy is leading the points, I believe, up there at Madeira, and had another second place finish, like another close finish there. And so he continues to shine there, and that's a MAV TV series. So you can actually catch his races on MAV TV. Stephen Blakesley, who used to be on the show last year, is often the one who's calling the action or in the pits, like just doing the pit reporting. All right, go to our next one now. Number 11. And number 11, what could that possibly mean? Oh, this is the July date when Ryan Reed will be in town for an event at Bakersfield Speedway. And they're doing a kind of a fighting diabetes event on July 11th. So look forward to that. And hopefully Scott Schweitzer will give us some more insights into that event. And let's go to number 9. Number 9. Now, Mike Griffith claims that he doesn't post to Facebook while he's on vacation. But he's been on there a lot. He's posted at least 9 times of different things on his vacation. And he's actually been posting to the Power Hours Facebook page as well. In fact, he was the one that kind of, revealed that, Tony Bartone had lost to Bill Dunlap. So that was very exciting. All right, here we go. Let's see, where are we at? Number 24. 24. All right, here you go. Ready? Take it. The number of hours Jalopies had to run at Button Willow recently. So go to the next slide. 24 hours of lemons, another crazy event at Button Willow. We sent Tom Mocht out there to get a bunch of photos of this event. And the premise is that you can only spend $500 on a car.
I love it.
And you run out there. And look at these cars.
Yeah. That's
a lot of fun. There is Chris. Go back to that one real quick. I think that's the Hunt for Red October. Would you say that would be
it looks like
correct?
A submarine.
Has a submarine on the top of it, and somebody getting loose there. And they had all these winners, but most of the names are kind of inappropriate, so I decided not to probably advance those.
Numbers.
Whatever that is kind of cool. Go back to that other car. That's kind of whatever. I'm not sure what that is. And in fact, at one point they said there was like the description of the car was like a Honda Civic with a Toyota Camry, like all these different things they cobbled together to create these cars. So there you go. Actually, that was probably one of them. That's like a Mini Cooper and an MG and everything else. But there's the Pac-Man and Sesame Street.
Okay.
Somebody ran this, I think, last year with live chickens in the car. I'm not quite sure how that worked out. But, a great time at Button Willow. I don't know if I share this
I've
with you.
heard that event's great.
Yeah, I mean, and they do this all over the country,
and
too.
It's always hot. Whenever they have that race, it's always hot.
They do it all over the country, and they have a great time doing it. And it's kind of fun. And Tom Mocht had never been out there before, so we really got some things going for him.
I'm sure that car in second is $500 car. That's a nice car.
Yeah, I know. I mean, an old. Yeah, it's supposed to be $500. So I don't know how they necessarily certify. But they have all sorts of different divisions, and it's just a wild thing. Maybe one time Griffith will be here to write a story on it. We'll figure that out. All right, news and notes time. Lots going on in motorsports, and a couple things that we wanted to talk about. Mike found this from Adam Sorokin.
That's a cool shot.
That is a very cool shot, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you see that in the top fuel side?
Not too often.
Is that a Bowling Green, do you think, or is that where was that at?
I don't think that is. I don't recognize the signage on the other side,
Yeah.
but I know they were just there this past weekend, so maybe it is.
Yeah, I mean that's an incredible shot.
Yeah.
I've never seen him do that at the March meet or anything.
We had a couple.
Couple?
And the problem is it happens so quick.
Yeah.
You get off the throttle and try and bring it down, and you want to bring it down easy, but chances are you can't do that.
Yeah.
It comes down and it hits real hard.
Right.
Usually it tweaks the chassis.
I think his note on Facebook was that this wasn't what he intended to do, but it was kind of cool to see.
You want to have all four. Kind of neat to see the decal there on the bottom,
right.
though.
All right, moving on. Kevin Harvick went to the San Diego Zoo this last weekend for Father's Day weekend, and Keelan Harvick was knocked out there with the appropriate branded New Balance shoes, and they brought home this large snake too, and it was interesting reading the comments on the snake, which obviously looked pretty real, and people were like, "Yeah, I don't think maybe you should put that back in the snake house there, Kevin."
Right.
But a big weekend for the Harvicks as they came out to California. I put this up here just for you. We haven't got these yet for you yet, Blake.
Hasn't showed up.
Hasn't showed up yet.
Waiting for the freight truck to pull in the gate.
Yeah, the whole fleet of them. We'll bring those soon for you.
Can you imagine the price tag of all those right there?
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Erica Endres continuing to dominate in NASCAR or in NHRA. She wins in the Pro Stock again. Richie Crampton winning in Top Fuel, and there's Erica. I can't say that I've ever had mellow yellow. But have you ever had
Nor
Merlot
have I.
Yellow? No, okay.
No.
Well, I'll have to try it at some point. I want to get to bring that next week. This is a great shot from USA Today. And this is the turn.
It's like the Pro Mod cars.
Pro Mod cars going into they were in Bristol this weekend. So this is the Thunder Valley Nationals. Matt Hagan won the funny car event, and Richie Crampton. There's Richie Crampton with the win in Top Fuel. And I was mentioned Eric Enders was there. Here's one of the Top Fuel races there. I think this is in qualifying because later on the place is absolutely packed.
A little bit more full than that. Yeah.
And keep going on, Chris. Okay, now NASCAR did not run this last weekend, and Kevin Harvick coming off that unfortunate flat tire situation at Michigan. They're going to be up at Sonoma on the road course this weekend, so that'll be interesting to see how that shakes out for them. He's still in the Sprint Cup standings right now. NASCAR actually can't seem to keep out of they were in the news again this week, and now the big issue is NASCAR is backing, this is all within the last few hours now, they are backing the movement to remove the Confederate flag from the South Carolina State House, and they are distancing themselves from Confederate flags that are often flown inside of the infields of the tracks. Yeah. So, they were kind of fortunate they didn't have to be during that news cycle to have that sort of exposure this last week, but they have been very aggressive at staying out in front of it this last week. So that'll be a storyline probably. You won't really see that in Sonoma.
Doubt it.
You won't, but they go back to Daytona for the 4th of July. Go back to the Casey Mears standings. Casey had a 13th place finish at Michigan. He's 21st in the Sprint Cup standings. We mentioned they're going to be in Sonoma this weekend, followed by Daytona for the July 5th race, and then in Kentucky in July 11th. Ryan Reed was 12th at Chicago, 8th in the Xfinity standings, and we'll hopefully get more information about what he's going to be doing here in Bakersfield on July 11th. I know he was in town in California earlier, I think last week, but look forward to seeing him hopefully here on July 11th, possibly here and possibly at Bakersfield Speedway. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more with Blake Bowser at Auto Club Formosa Raceway. Talk a little bit about ANRA and some other big news in motorsports.